Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Skyrim Plus. Today we're featuring Dragonia, a new home by NexBeth. And this home is going to knock your socks off, not only by the sheer size, but by the amount of detail included to make each of the spaces unique and interesting. There are tons of NPCs roaming through the property who can be recruited as followers, and some for marriage, as well as tons of space for your own followers and kids. And did I mention unique designs? This place has a lot of mysteries to unfold, so let's not waste any more time. Let's check out the map. Here we are at Dragonia. We're northeast of Ivarstead, and here we are again at our featured home, Dragonia. After installing, you'll be met by the courier.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. A letter. Not sure who from. He wouldn't say, just that he was a friend of yours. Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
The letter reads, "You are Dovahkiin, Dragonborn. In time you will come to understand what this means and the responsibilities now on your shoulders. This great gift offers few temporal rewards, but there is at least one bequest. Dragonia. It's yours if you choose to take it. Follow the road to Ivarstead and begin the ascent to High Hrothgar. Stop at the first shrine. We have left for you the key to your new home. Always travel the path towards wisdom. A. Elder Greybeard." The mysterious letter piques our curiosity, which leads us to travel past the bridge that leads to the 7,000 steps and look for a strong box near the first shrine. Maybe it will contain some answers. When we opened the strong box, we found directions to Dragonia, a Dragonian Facility Journal, and the key. Let's start by reading the directions. Follow the dirt road north out of Ivarstead down toward the river. The trail turns westward with a troll nearby to challenge you. Dispatch the beast and continue where the boulders in the river provide a bridge towards your destination. Oh, and don't forget to take the key and journal from the strongbox before you leave the shrine. We'll go ahead and take the directions with us and the key, and I wanted to show you this journal has a lot of useful information about the home and the NPCs that inhabit it too, so be sure to read through that when you get a chance. Now that we know the directions to our new home, we'll head back towards Ivarstead, but we'll take a left and head downhill next to the river along the dirt road. We eventually find the troll's lair, and there's the troll, jumping and stomping around. Let's go put him out of his misery. Ready, fight! Finish him. Instant fatality. Now that we've finished our round of Mortal Kombat, we can cross the stones over the river like the directions suggested. And when we do, we get our first glimpse into our new front yard. And isn't it beautiful? I like that rock feature with the mountain flowers. That's really pretty. And look at all of these mature trees and leaves gently blowing through the air. It looks like we have some really luscious grass on the way to the stable. And check out all of our animals. It looks like that we have some goats. And look at our pretty new horse. And check out this well-designed well. I love the way the ivy hangs from it. And as we head through these trees, we find our epic new home, Dragonia. You might be thinking, this place is humongous, and you'd be right. Look at that juniper berry tree on the left and the mountain flowers on the sides of the stairs. They give the home excellent curb appeal. And look at the detail on the exterior design with these stone dragon heads. Very cool. And as we turn, we see a butterfly enjoying the mountain flowers and the warmth of the braziers, which are sure to give us appropriate nighttime lighting. And look at the crisp textures on the outside of the home. They look fantastic. And as we round this corner, check out this gargantuan tree. That thing's huge. It looks like we have some sort of a Dwemer construct as well. And as we continue, check out this observation tower with the angel on top. Wow. You also have a small table and chairs for two of your NPCs to enjoy. And let's go check out the view from the observation tower. It looks like we can see the Sea of Ghosts, Windhelm, and there's the volcanic area of Eastmarch. As much as I'd love to stay here and enjoy this view, we have more to see. Here's an outdoor dining table with a telescope, presumably to use at the observation tower. Right now, some of the children NPCs are enjoying it. And then check out this bench that circles this tree. That looks super cool. And right past that, we have a gazebo area containing a garden. It features this huge dragon statue in the middle of the space. There are benches for NPCs to idle in this area, and you'll often see adults and children enjoying this space. And look at these lovely mountain flowers. This is such a gorgeous outdoor area. Let's continue along the side yard. And next we find a working grain mill. Sometimes the NPCs will use that too. And back here is a little watering area for your plants. And then as we turn, we discover 15 fertile soils for you to plant whatever you need to. As you can see, I have some unique needs. And here's a side view of the home if you were curious. The mod author, NexBeth, also created Riverwood Falls Manor and Bleak Mines, which is another one of my favorite homes ever. I've featured that home previously, and I'll pin a comment with a link to that video too if you're curious. This door leads to the Dragonian quarters. We'll check that out a little later. And look at these beautiful plants built into the side of the stairs. It's details like these that make NexBeth's homes great. And when we get to the top of the stairs, we find a wood chopping block for our firewood needs. It looks like we found another goat and several chickens. A lot of the smaller animals like to congregate around this chicken coop, which has plenty of chicken eggs to harvest. And slightly further up the hill, we have some apiaries for those needing bees and honey. And being a trail runner, I have to go check out this view. Oh wow, would you look at that? I'm definitely going for a run here right after this tour. Now that we've seen most of the outdoor features, let's head inside and see what that has to offer. And when we head inside, we find ourselves in a large, spacious room with beautiful lighting and unique flooring. Let's explore. To the left, you have a black book display from the Dragonborn DLC. The books aren't included, so you'll need to collect them to display them. Next, we find our living room with a large fireplace and the world's largest elk head mounted above. The fireplace has a lever that opens up access to the fire to light or extinguish, and there's named storage for firewood on the other side. You'll need 2 pieces of firewood to light each fire. And check out these couches. These are top-of-the-line pieces of furniture for Skyrim. And across the room, on the other side of the black book display, you have a display for Mirak's robes, staff, and sword. Next, you can see plants used to decorate the foyer. Don't those look good? And then as we turn to the left, we have some more mannequins for you to display your finest armors. And speaking of armors, as we turn, we can see the door that leads to the Dragonian Armory. But we're not ready for that quite yet. Nor are we ready to head up those stairs. Check out this NPC keeping your home neat and tidy. And to keep all of your documents organized, you have named storage for books, notes, journals, and basically anything else that's written in this nook. As we round this corner, check out all of this unique artwork, and check out this cozy fireplace. This place has a purpose for every square foot. To the right, you have a display for some of the collectible weapons in the game, like the Blood Skull Blade. Those doors lead to your followers' space. And to the left, we have a display for Daedric items like the Ebony Mail, Mask of Clavicus Vial, and more. The mod author spread out visual points of interest all over the home. Now we're entering your followers' space. It looks like they have 4 mannequins to display their favorite armors. And there's some mead and a sitting area for them to discuss the day's adventures. And look at that artwork on the wall. I haven't seen that one used before. And here's an accent wall with decorations like the bust of the gray fox, maps, and a troll skull to make the space a little more interesting. Now we'll go check out their spa. Whenever you enter a water area or sauna, you'll be asked if you want to stay clothed, whereas your NPCs will just disrobe. You'll need to re-equip your gear if you do, but check out this nice space they have. I love that use of ivy around the water, and each one of these fires has a lever to ignite or extinguish the fire. And look, they even have a punching bag. Let's go check out this water situation. They really do deserve this space since they're sworn to carry your burdens. Now that we've seen their living area, let's head upstairs and check out their sleeping arrangement. Looks like one of them caught a big fish. And upstairs they have a small den area that divide the rooms. Here's a reading nook, and it looks like they own a Russian nesting doll. That's pretty cool. And then on this other side of the room, they have a place to hang out and play some cards. Even adventurers need some downtime. Okay, let's go check out the bedrooms. One strength of this home is that the bedrooms aren't copies of each other or plain Jane. They have distinct decoration. Just check out this themed artwork. And this room has 2 double beds, which means that 4 followers can stay in this room. I like that standing stone painting, and that desk looks custom. Let's go check out the next bedroom. And to my point, this bedroom looks completely different, but like the last room, it offers 2 double beds for 4 more followers, so you can have 8 followers in these quarters. Next, we're going to check out a very important room for them, the bathroom. Between the 2 curtains, there's a painting of a fair maiden. You have a vaulted ceiling to help with the smell. And behind each of these curtains is a royal throne for them to sit and stink about life's toughest decisions. I mean, think about them. And no worries, they'll stay clean with their very own shower. It looks almost like walls of marble in here. Nothing but the best for the residents of Dragonia. And here's a sink with water that can turn on and off so you can keep clean after using the restroom. Now that we've seen the followers' quarters, we're heading back downstairs to see the rest of the main floor. Right now we're passing the Daedric and collectible weapons display. This door on the left takes you out towards the back porch. And look at these small dining tables with the dark elf lanterns. They're dreamy. Also, check out these great paintings. And if we get turned around, the other wall has a huge tapestry hanging from it. And then straight ahead, you have a bar area and named storage for alcohol and skooma. Here are some more great paintings. And now we're headed towards the kitchen and dining area. Look at this gigantic dining room table. And here's a cooking pot by a huge fire pit. On the top left of your screen, you have a great chicken painting. So unique. Now we're entering the kitchen, and check out this bristleback head mounted above your hearthfire oven. There's another cooking pot for you to use. There's a butter churn on your left, and some harvestable ingredients. Name storage for food, and everything at this home is done on such a large scale. I feel like I'm using big words a lot, but it's because of the number of NPCs that you'll see later on. Another cool feature is that you can turn this sink on and off, so when the water runs, it actually adds some dishes for immersion too. That's a little bit too much like real life. I may or may not be guilty of needing to do a few dishes myself right about now. After seeing the kitchen, we've seen all there is to see with the main level. Let's head upstairs and see what the second floor has to offer. To the left, we'll find a staircase to the 3rd floor. We'll be back there in a moment. Check out that painting of a beautiful lady. And our next space is the kids' room. I think you'll be pretty impressed with this place. Check out this painting on the wall of the 2 boys playing in the creek. Look at that Dalmatian. How cool. I love the colored rugs. It reminds me of a kindergarten class. You have 4 bunk beds. And look at the cat tapestry and the dolls. I can see Sophie or Lucia really enjoying this space. Oh, look at this globe. And that puppet's a little creepy, I'm not gonna lie. I like the wind chime, the butterfly. Look at that little painting that one of them's been working on. And they have a training dummy to sharpen their skills. Oh look, they have a pommel horse in their weapon rack. Good sense of humor there. They have a rocking horse, a rocking chair. Look at those blocks spelling out dragons. That's a unique painting too. This place has it all. If we were ranking player home mods based on the best space for kids, This would rank very high, probably right up there with Modder's Manor or Dragon's Keep boarding school. Next, we're entering a mainly decorative space. Here's special storage for your Elder Scrolls. Here's a study corner. Look at that custom chest and large map of Skyrim to plot out your next move. This is quite a bold choice for a rug. And on this table, you have your very own dragon figurine. That's pretty nifty. The chest on the right is named storage for your books, notes, journals, etc. And as we turn, here's a prime example of why this house is so special. Check out that planter. It would have been really easy for NexBeth to put a tree in a boring planter, but she goes the extra mile to make sure that items stand out. Even in a project that's this size, the smallest detail isn't overlooked. And here's a standout display for the Shrine of Stendarr, and on the other side you have quite the showcase with this lit tree. It really brings a pop to the room. And in this corner we've got another large tapestry. Look at that mounted mammoth's head. And then you have an area to sit and talk. There's a fire that can be activated with 2 pieces of firewood and named storage for firewood right next to it. And then check out this painting. It's Dragonia. This house is so famous it even has a painting of itself in it. And here's another nice dining room table to round out the space. Now that we've seen all that the second floor has to offer, let's see what the third floor has in store. And if we go straight up the stairs, we enter a crafting area. Check out this cool area to the right. This is all named storage for ingredients. And here's your actual crafting area. To the left, we have your arcane enchanter, named storage for soul gems. There's your alchemy lab. Look at all of that themed artwork. Perfect. I really like all of the candles too, it really sets the mood. There's staff storage, there's a staff enchanter, Neloth would approve. There's storage for potions, poisons, and heartstones. And just in general, cool decoration. Over here you have a small garden with lots of ingredients, perfect for the budding alchemist. And check out this eerie tableau of a skull with worms coming out of it with a house on its head. I'm a fan of horror, so I feel right at home. And now we're entering your master bedroom space. It's very open in here. Look at how tall the ceilings are, with windows in the rafters. Here's a spot for you and a friend to play some chess. And look, you even have a painting of your bedroom in the bedroom. This home has a little vanity to it, but to quote Ron Burgundy from Anchorman when talking to Baxter, "No, I'm not even mad. That's amazing." There's another fireplace and sitting area with 2 pieces of wood to activate the fire. And now we'll enter our own sauna area, and again you'll get the option to either disrobe or not. And then that fire is activatable by the lever. Look at that stonework in the corner. That's amazing. It looks like you have some Dwemer-powered water. Look at that fish statue. This place is really serene. Oh, and that lever activates the effects of the water if it's not already on. And as you exit, you have a Shrine of Dibella on the right. And now we're heading to the back left corner of the room. Here's another cabinet used to display collectible items. Look at this fancy vase, a chase lounge, some interesting wallpaper. And for you horror movie aficionados, this painting looks like it could come straight from the movie Midsummer. It really adds a pop of color. Next, let's go in this draped area. And in the corner, you have a Shrine of Mara. I like that glow effect. You have a large 4-poster bed, and look at that painting right behind your pillows. Very quaint. And then here you have a fire in the middle of the room to keep you warm. And to the left, you have a closet area to get dressed. It looks like it's a dressing room, and it has all sorts of subdivisions for clothes, armor, helmets, boots, etc. And there are 2 small areas for special item storage as well. To the left, you have this awesome dragon mural, some comfortable chairs to sit, and another collectible area with weapons such as the champion's cudgel, the long hammer, and more. And last but not least, we have this area over here for your book storage for the bookworms of Skyrim, a desk to work on your business, a telescope for observation, and you have a small area over here to store your paragons. Now that we've seen all of the contents of the main home, we're heading back downstairs next to the fireplace so we can find the door that enters the Dragonian Armory. And when we enter, we'll take a left and head down the stairs to find a huge armory with tons of mannequins, display cases, weapons racks, and weapons plaques to display some of our best weapons and armor. The place has some really awesome decoration with the Imperial flag and this ginormous dragon head and flames effect. Next to that, you have some stairs leading to a crafting space, and to the right of that is an incinerator meant to get rid of items you don't need, much like the trash can in Lyron's homes. Below the display case, you'll find one of the many cloud storage chests. These are linked all over the house, and they're also connected to barrels in front of the inns and all of the cities and towns, including on Solstheim and the Thrisk Mead Hall, to make storage easily accessible from anywhere. And look at this shrine of Akatosh. It looks super neat over these flames. Just past that, you have a display area for all of the Dragon's Priest masks. They look pretty ominous. And to the right, you have some of the faction banners displayed, as well as some mannequins, weapons plaques, and Ysgramor, where you can place a shield and Wuthrod if you have them. And as we turn to the left, past all of the expertly lit weapons racks, you'll find a statue of Ariel, where you can place his bow and shield. Behind the statue, you have a gated area, which looks like you could access it if you found a pull chain, but it's just a tease. NexBeth said that the users of the original mod encouraged her to make it playable, but the file size was already so big that she didn't want to make it any bigger. Here's a display for your dragon claws, and there are some more of the faction banners, and more storage for weapons and armor. Now that we've seen this space, we're heading back to check out that crafting area up the stairs by the incinerator. The first area that you'll see is the forge. We'll be checking out this space in a bit, but I wanted to show you Gala, who is a female orc that, according to the journal, escaped her stronghold since she was promised to the chieftain, but she was in love with another orc, Gog. She and Gog fled the stronghold and wound up at Dragonia, where they will remain loyal. She can sell you smithing supplies, weapons, and armor. We'll come back to this space in a moment, but first, we're going to check out the space of Wallenmere, a high elf that's lived way past normal life expectancy. He's an expert in the art of destruction, and some believe he might have been an acolyte for the Sigic Order of Artaeum. As you can see, he's got some gleam blossoms, some cave worms. Look at this awesome stained glass window that's Dark Brotherhood themed. It looks like he's studying a black book. You can see him up the stairs. He's probably about to do some enchanting. And check out his staff display with the mystical lighting effects. And here's his desk area for studying. And this shrine that looks like a stone circle with hands around it makes your destruction spells 25% stronger for 2 hours when you activate it. Here's his bed, and that shrine of Ariel makes your enchanting 30% stronger for an hour. He also has a bookshelf and a small desk. This space comes together so nicely. I don't know of any other mod author that does a better job than NexBeth at making an underground area feel so alive. And when we come up the stairs, we're going to check out the crafting space. And what more could a mage ask for? Look at this well-decorated space with an arcane enchanter, staff enchanter, storage for soul gems, scrolls, and weapons including staffs. It is really neat. And here's a shelf for your ingredients. And here's your alchemy lab with great lighting, a periodic table, and themed artwork, as well as named storage for potions and poisons. And our next room is home to his spider imbuing chamber. Look at these creepy skulls. I think these must have been victimized by the spiders. There's storage for jewels, spider ingredients, There's your imbuing chamber, and look at these creepy crawlies. I've got to get out of here. In this next room, it doesn't have any activatables, but it does make for some nice eye candy, with some weapons with effects, well-lit armors, and cool themed decorations. I have to say, I'm slightly jealous of this mage's space. It has amazing lighting, decorations, function, and perks. This would be a great home mod as a standalone. Now that we've seen this space, let's head to the forge. And here we are again in the forge. We'll start to the left, where you have a bathroom. Which, if you think about it, this is a great place to have one, considering the smoky smell might help drown out some other smells. Okay, as we come back out, here's your forge. To the left, you can see your grindstone. And to the right is your Shrine of Zenithar. Up top, you have a ceiling fan to help with ventilation. And to the left is your workbench. There's also a lot of smithing-themed artwork. And as we turn right, we find named storage for firewood, ingots, jewels, arrows and bolts, shields, weapons, and armor. And in the next corner, we have our smelter and storage for ore and dwarven scraps. And there's our tanning rack with storage for leather and pelts. Through this door, we find a door that leads to some Daedric ruins, but I'm going to show you a different way to get there later. Next to that, there are some stairs that take you to another outdoor area that I didn't show you earlier. And this space is equally as beautiful. Look at the leaves gently falling. You have a path to the river. There's a training dummy if you need one. And as we turn the corner, we see a rabbit enjoying this awesome offering area with gold, potions, candles, and more. And when we look up, there's a large dragon skull. So this is certainly a beautiful space to enjoy on your property. Let's head back inside where the magic of video editing allows us to skip to the Imperial flag area of the Armory. The hallway to the left is where we started, but we're going to take the one next to it to lead us to the next section of the home, the Dragonian quarters. We've now entered the Dragonian quarters. This is the space where all of the home's NPCs live. First, we find a kitchen with a butter churn, cooking pot, and hearthfire oven. And as we move behind this curtain, you have the pantry and freezer for your fellow residents. Check out all of this meat in the freezer. You'll see why we need all of that meat later. As we head back out, we have a huge fireplace in the middle of the room. No doubt keeping everyone warm. There's the door to the armory. And as we turn, we see someone's brewing some tea. I'd like some right about now myself. This hallway leads back to the garden area with the 15 soils and near the wood chopping block. Take a guess what's behind this rug. You guessed it, it's another toilet. That's probably why they have that candle right there. But all jokes aside, there isn't such a thing as a home with too many bathrooms, unless you're the one that has to clean all of them. And as we head back into the main space, we have a lounge-like dining hall, which residents use from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. To the left is a Shrine of Kinnereth. Straight ahead, you have a great-looking fireplace. And then to the right, you have a bar area. And as we enter the next space, check out this huge mounted dragon skull. I like that open fire in the middle of the room too. I'm not going to show you all of the rooms because I want to leave you with some exploration of your own, but I'll show you a few in this space like the library. Look at how neat this room is with your friends studying, tons of bookshelves, a shrine of Julianos, a globe, and a cozy fireplace. And as we turn the corner, check out this epic bedroom with tall windows that let in light, 2 double beds, artwork, and a gigantic fireplace with an equally huge tapestry. That looks like the one from the dining hall. I also like this little tree. And check out that cool lighting on the bookshelves. I love that. Okay, we are going to check out one of the bedrooms on this level, so we'll take a right. Excuse me, sir, you need to put some clothes on. I wanted to show you this room to demonstrate the uniqueness of the bedrooms. This isn't basic by any means. On a home of this size, it would have been easy for the mod author to say, oh, let's just copy and paste, or go super basic, but NexBeth didn't do that. On the far side of the fire, the residents have another dining space. And now we're going to take a left and go down this hallway. On the left, we have a shrine of Stendar and a shrine of Mara. And then to the right of that, we have a bathroom area. After all, you don't want stinky friends. So we have 3 showers back here, and they use them in the morning between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. And as we head out, we'll take a right. And it looks like this is the study. I believe that wall to the left uses rift-in flooring, and I have a mod for that, so yours might look slightly different. You also have a fireplace, a map, another desk, and storage for notes, journals, books, etc. Now we're going to go and take a peek upstairs. And again, we're not going to look at all of the rooms. I'll just show you a few more just to show you some diversity. So we'll take a right, and at the end of the hallway, I'll show you a mage's bedroom. And check out that cool lamp. Look at that unique bed and all of the mounted staffs. And look at this staff enchanter in here. Very glowy. I should mention that the space has 4 empty beds for additional followers, so you can have up to 12 followers at this home. And we're almost to our next stop. Check out our troll chewing on the bone. Great decoration there. And to the left we have 2 more toilets. You also have a mounted wolf and a catwalk that allows you to look into the next living space. Let's go check it out. Oh wow, look at those tall trees and those pots. That's interesting. There's a shrine of Archay. There's a big warrior-themed painting, a shrine of Debella. And then you have another large fireplace in the middle of your space. That door to the back right is another toilet. And you have several more bedrooms down here to investigate. Look at that mounted bear, that's pretty cool. To the left is a door that takes you back into the kitchen where we first started. And now we're going to take these stairs. And check out all of these cool banners. I'll show you the other side too. And that does it for the Dragonian quarters. Let's go check out the next space. And here we are in the Grotto. On Saturdays and Sundays, many of the NPCs like to gather in this space. The middle of the grotto features a large pool. The tables have game boards for the NPCs to enjoy. There are several armor displays around the pool. And check out this giant map of Skyrim with the hold shields marking each hold on the map. It makes for a pretty epic accent wall. And as we turn, you can see the door that we just came from and the banners from the previous room. You can see more of these game tables spread out and about. And in the corner of the room, you have a more natural swimming area. It has really cool lighting back there too. And here's a bar area for the NPCs to enjoy. Maybe they can gather by the fire, exchange stories about their adventures. Pretty cool. And they have a really large dining table over here. Here are some more of those armor displays. And then if we head to the back, hidden is the Shrine of Talos. This is the only shrine that's not readily available in the normal home, probably from the political environment having to hide these from the High Elves, but what a cool space. Okay, next we're going to take a left. And down this hall, we'll find the Argonian quarters, which is meant to emulate what Black Marsh's environment might be like. Look at that beautifully lit tree, wow. Even the other surrounding trees and plants look really exotic. And here's a no-load door home for one of the NPCs. You can just click on that ladder to climb, but we're just going to fly on in. You can see one of the Argonians sleeping in that bed with the Dark Brotherhood shield and some interesting lights. There's a little table for them to eat, an alchemy area, some drinks and books, a little kitchenette, and look, you can even see through the windows. I think I'd appreciate this home just as a standalone no-load door home somewhere else in the world space. As we head back out, check out all the mushrooms on the way up these stairs. It looks like you have a little chair with some fishing equipment over here. There's a fire, there's a sleeping bag that you can use, and look at all of that exotic plant life again. This space is another example of NexBeth's mastery of below-ground spaces. She's really good at recognizing what needs to be done with lighting and decoration to liven up an otherwise dank area. Now we're going to head back up the hallway and we're going to check out the last space in the home, the Daedric Ruins. It's located in the small hallway between where we are now and the bar, marked by the Daedric armor by the entrance. And here we are in the Daedric Ruins. As you can imagine, this place will be pretty creepy. The first shrine we find is Hrothgar, who is related to nature, hence the tree in the background. Here's the shrine for Periite. And here's Meridia and her beacon. And behind her is Vermina. Each of these shrines has an impressive buff. I'm not going to show you them all because I want you to have some things to explore. There's Boethia. There's a geode vein for your mining pleasure. And here's Azura and her star. I love the waterfall feature in the background. There's a shrine to Molag Bal. And then this Dragonborn themed shrine is to Hermaeus Mora. And check out that creepy eye. Ooh. Okay, and now we've seen everything that's in this section, so let's go to the next section. And when we pass through here, we've got some bats flying and some dirt falling. We're heading towards the front where we find a shrine to Namira. Looks like they're doing some bloodletting to that Draugr. As you can see, I had to dispatch of a leveled Dremora lord that lives down here, as will you. Here's the shrine to Clavicus Vile and an awesome mural on the wall. There's Mafala. And here's Malakath, who all of the orcs worship. As we head further this way past Namira, we find Nocturnal and Mehrunes Dagon, the antagonist from Oblivion. And there's Sanguine and his rose, which looks really neat with the contrast between red and purple. And as we head towards the exit, we find the mad god Sheogorath. I'll show you one example of a buff. We'll head to the magic section of our inventory and check our active effects. Blessing of Sheogorath. Pickpocketing is 35% easier for 86,400 seconds. Now that's what I call a buff. The Daedric Ruins ended up being pretty interesting. This door takes us to the Armory, where if we head left up the stairs, we go to the outdoor area with the candles. And if we head through here, we enter the Forge. Now that we've seen all that this home has to offer, it's time for final thoughts. Dragonia is an epic estate fit for the Dragonborn. It's located down the mountain from High Hrothgar in the beautiful setting of the Rift. It's very functional, as it includes a stable with a horse included, a chicken coop, an apiary, a wood chopping block, a grain mill, 15 fertile soils for the budding alchemist to enjoy, a kitchen that includes a cooking pot, hearthfire oven, and butter churn, space for 12 of your own followers, beds for 4 kids, tons of NPCs, including 5 recruitable followers and 2 potential marriages. They have their own quarters in the home, and they all look different, not cookie cutter at all. That's much appreciated by the players. Dragonia gives you all of the shrines to the divines, an unbelievable Daedric Ruin with several shrines with unique effects, a huge armory with tons of weapons and mannequins to display your finest weapons and armor, as well as clad storage here and at the inns around Skyrim, tons of special item displays spread throughout the home, a full smithing suite with a forge, grindstone, workbench, as well as a tanning rack and a smelter, along with tons of individual name storage. There are also several really cool crafting areas for both the players and NPCs to enjoy, such as areas to perform your alchemical experiments, using your arcane enchanters to make the most powerful weapons and armor, staff enchanters that would make Neloth jealous, and a spider imbuing chamber for all of the creepy crawly lovers out there. But not only is this home functional, it offers some amazing outside views of the surrounding areas and the home's own beautiful exterior. Spas for both you and your followers to relax, swimming pools and natural springs, bathrooms with showers and toilets throughout, an amazing master suite for you and your spouse to enjoy, intricately designed corner fireplaces, great looking murals, beautiful lighting, awesome decoration, distant views, and eye candy that separates this home from any other in the base game and nearly all modded homes. If you're in the market for a sprawling estate worthy of a Dragonborn, you found it. This concludes our tour of Dragonia. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the bell icon if you want to be notified of when I post, and as always, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next episode.